you've ever been rushing to get to work, you know how it is. You're just trying to get things done, get everything you think done, everything all together, all packed, and you're going out the door. So that's where I was several weeks ago. Getting everything all together and rushing and finally got everything in my bag, and there I go, and I go down and I walk out and I go down the steps and open the, well, actually I got to close the door, then lock the door, top and bottom door, go down the steps, then unlock the gate, then close the gate, locking, and I'm going down the alley on the way to the L. As I'm getting about halfway to the L, I suddenly get that thought that I've forgotten something. And then I thought, there's just something in the back of your mind telling you maybe you forgot something. And you start to do that kind of back and forth thing. Is it really worthwhile going all the way back now that I'm all the way to almost to the L? Does it really make sense? I thought, I forgot something, and I looked down and I said, I didn't have my lunch. Now, it's not a big deal. I could have bought lunch, but I had made lunch already. It was sitting in the refrigerator. It wasn't that big a deal. I thought, fine, I'm going to go back, get the lunch. So I went back, opened up the gate, and unlocked the gate, and locked the gate behind me, went up the steps, unlocked the top gate, unlocked the bottom, and went in, and then got the lunch and put it in the bag. So it's all set. And okay, got the lunch, okay, ready to go. And so, again, I went out, and then, locked the top lock, locked the bottom lock, went down the stairs, unlocked the doors, shut the gate, locked the gate, went down, and so got about a quarter of the way down the alley this time. I knew that same feeling came in again. Kept thinking, okay, what is it this time? And then I kept on going by, what are the things I possibly could have forgotten? And I thought, well, was it this? Was it that? And, that book! That book I borrowed yesterday, I said I was going to return it to Susan, and she said, I got to have it tomorrow. I really got to have it. I got important things going on. Oh, man, that stupid book. So I'm going to go all the way back. And I think, okay, all right, I'll do it, because it's important and Susan needs it. So, as you can guess, I go back the alley and then lock the top gate, lock the side, just close the lock behind, go up the stairs, and lock the top one, lock the other side, get the book. Okay, fine, got the book, stick the book in the bag, go outstairs, lock the top one, lock the bottom one, down the stairs, unlock the front, lock the gate behind me, and then go down the alley, and I'm taking a look, and I'm thinking, did I get the right book? You get that horrible feeling, you're thinking that I don't know if I got the right book or not. I keep on going down the thing, and then after a while I take it out, and sure enough, it's the wrong book. And at this point, I'm hating Susan, which is really unfair. She's a very nice person, but got into this stupid book thing. And so I said, okay, all right, this is the last time. What do I really need to do? What do I need to, to get together? I said, all right, so I got to go back. So I go back up the alley, and unlock the gate, and then lock it behind me, and then go up the stairs, and unlock the top one, and unlock the bottom lock, and go in and get the right book this time, and double check it. You know how it is, you get paranoid, and you've got to check that book and make sure it's the right one, get it, stick it in the bag, get the lunch, and then just stop and start doing that deep thinking, saying, what else have I forgotten? Because you know how it is when those sort of things happen. It just starts happening, and pretty soon you forget, everything. So, okay, I got my name, I got my book, I got my lunch, I got my stuff that I was working on, I'm going to hand in. Okay, fine, and then I go down there, and you lock the top, lock the bottom, go down the things, unlock the things, close the thing behind you, lock it down the things. But this time I realized I'd forgotten my Venture Pass, and I just kind of started, yelling. And it was a bad scene. So I was late to work that day, and I really didn't have any explanation for it. Well, there was this lunch and a book and a Venture Pass, and it was a bad scene all the way through. So I thought, that's not a good situation. So what do you do with those sort of situations? It occurred to me, I read something back and forth about a while back in one of those magazines that are online or something, but about the importance of making lists. It's a really simple thing to do because I thought, I don't even make a list. I can remember everything. But what happens is, if you don't make a list, things just start piling up, and after a while, you think you remembered everything, but there's always a few things you've forgotten. Do you remember that situation I'm talking about? Yeah, exactly. You don't make a list. It's like, I'm sure I can remember, not a big deal, but if you don't write it down, you don't know what you've forgotten until you actually get down the alley, and then you got to unlock all the gates. I said, okay, that's it, I'm going to start making lists. So the next day I made a list, just a quick list, like 4 or 5 things I needed to do for that day. Went down, before I left, I simply checked them off the list. And then, double check them and then triple check them this time, because I was a little tired from walking up and down the steps all the time. So it's a second floor apartment, so it's like a bit of a walk. So then I went out, went through, and this time I unlocked the top lock, locked the top lock, locked the bottom lock, went down the stairs, unlocked the gate, locked the gate again, went back through, and walked down the alley. I suddenly felt I remembered everything. And it was just such a great one. I've never had such an enjoyable walk to the L. Just the best walk ever. I went all the way to the L. I could venture pass. I smiled. The lady looked at me. It's a crazy smiling going through the gates. I got my venture pass. Yeah, nice. You and everybody else, buddy. Just go on through the gate, you moron. So I got on the way to work, and there I was. I said, I'm on time. He said, yeah, good. Sit in your chair. You're supposed to be doing that yesterday, you know. So anyway, I got there, but it was great. The day went fine. And I started writing things down, and I noticed that I'd remember things. And even if I remembered them, I still would write them down because it was important to have them on the list to make sure. And so that's just a really simple thing. Maybe you're already creating lists already. If you are, great. Don't go crazy with them. People don't go insane with them. But just a few things to try. If you haven't, just jot it down briefly because you really don't want to have to go back over and over and over again to these sort of things. And once you have a list, then you know it's there. Even if you forgot, if you just check the list, oh, okay, I got that, I got that, I got it. Oh, I forgot that one. Oh, okay, I'm going to go and make sure that happens. It's just so simple, it's so easy. It's easy to put it off, but if you don't do it, you're going to be walking up and down stairs all the time. If you do it, you get to work, everything's fine, you're safe, happy, your boss is happy, everybody's happy, and especially Susan was really happy to finally get back that book. So make a list and make your life better.